Hello, folks, and welcome to the live stream today. My name is Michael McFarland from Lyft, and many of you know Lyft as one of the largest rideshare companies in the U.S. But today we're going to be talking about a different division of Lyft, and that's Lyft Delivery, and specifically how it applies to delivering auto parts. So on today, that's a picture of me that I took yesterday. It's very current. In today's agenda, we're going to talk about how Lyft Delivery can help you reduce long delivery times, expand access to parts for both you and your customers, drive additional revenue by expanding delivery hours, extending radius that you can deliver to, shorten repair wait times. And then overall, we're looking to maximize the efficiency within your service and parts departments. Lyft Delivery leverages one of the largest driver networks in the country to do auto parts deliveries very quickly. So the entire world is facing challenges with supply chain, and the automotive industry is no stranger to those. Since the beginning of the pandemic, turnaround times for repair have increased by an average of 1.5 days. That's pretty large. We surveyed thousands of shops, and 84% of them have challenges getting the parts they need to service vehicles. Getting parts on time is a huge challenge in your industry, as you know. Whether you need to get auto parts or you need to deliver the auto parts, Lyft Delivery is here to help you with that challenge. So obviously, supply chain issues are not just an auto industry problem. This is a worldwide issue. The pandemic has uncovered some serious gaps in supply chain, and Lyft is here to help the auto industry specifically to uncover solutions to that last mile delivery, local delivery done very quickly. So Lyft Delivery has been around for over 3 years, and it was really built for the automotive industry. Meeting after meeting that we had with automotive companies, automobile dealerships, always revolved around customer transportation and service departments. And Lyft is now currently live in thousands of auto dealerships nationwide with one of our many customer transportation solutions in the service department. Every one of those conversations that we had over time inevitably came back to parts. Can I use Lyft to deliver parts? And many dealerships were doing it kind of under the radar of Lyft. Now we have a fully built out delivery API. We have our massive network of delivery drivers that are ready to deliver parts. We offer a white labeled solution. This is super important to note. Lyft does not have a platform where transactions take place. We are never looking to take the customer relationship away from you. We are simply here to power your delivery needs. Other delivery service providers, or DSPs, will look to actually move the transaction onto their platform, and they can take away from your profit margin by doing that. Lyft is just doing the deliveries. We plug directly into platforms that the automotive industry is already using, so you can order Lyfts directly from those platforms. Our integration is customized for the automotive industry. We do offer a hands-on partnership. Our Lyft team, myself or another member of our team is always available to speak with you about your specific needs and address any issues that you may have. As I mentioned before, Lyft is not a marketplace for auto parts. We are simply focused on fairly priced, reliable, white label delivery. In the ecosystem, and several of our competitors do offer marketplaces where they take a percentage of the profit away from you. Lyft is simply there to get your parts there on time. Automotive deliveries, it's a great match. The strength of our network is that these deliveries can happen very quickly, very efficiently. And that's what the auto industry needs. You need to deliver these parts or pick up these parts as soon as possible. Currently, our drivers can deliver within a state. They cannot cross state borders. We have coverage nationwide, which I'll highlight in a slide coming up. And our national average for getting a driver to your location to either to pick up a part or to drop off a part is 14 minutes from the time of your request until they arrive. We carry packages that are safe for our drivers. We ask that you adhere to a 50-pound limit per package, has to fit comfortably in a 4-door sedan, and we don't carry any hazmat materials. So our always on covers 95% of the U.S. population. For those in West Virginia, Wyoming, Hawaii, and New Mexico, we are working with our compliance teams to open up those states very soon. But currently, our delivery network of drivers covers 95% of the U.S. population. And you can see here a map of the United States that highlights that. So how are we helping you specifically? There's three big buckets that we like to highlight, and that's saving time. You optimize delivery route. You might want to use Lyft for a route that is less efficient to make your drivers times more efficient, reducing deadhead time. Don't pay a driver to sit in traffic. You only pay Lyft for when the part is picked up until it's dropped off. That deadhead time can be extremely expensive and affect your payroll. Cutting through inefficiencies so we can dedicate more time to high value customers. Use Lyft for store to store transfers. Use Lyft for times of low volume where you have a driver who's maybe not that busy. Times of extremely high volume where you don't have a driver. Those kinds of inefficiencies can really be helped by Lyft Delivery. We're reducing costs by reducing driver payroll. Take the hours that are inefficient and focus your driver hours on times where you really need them to be on call and delivering your parts. Obviously, by using Lyft vehicles, you're not incurring any mileage or maintenance costs on those vehicles. Overall, you're going to be shedding a lot of your capital expenditures associated with both drivers and the vehicles. And a really key one, which everyone loves to hear about, is boosting revenue. How can you make more money by using Lyft? You're going to improve conversion. If you get an order that you can't fulfill because you don't have a driver, now you do. You can extend your delivery hours. You don't need to keep a driver on as long because you have the Lyft drivers there to do your deliveries. You're also extending your delivery radius. Something we hear again and again from our largest customers is that they're now delivering parts to customers that they could never do before. And you're never losing a sale for lack of drivers. As your sales go up and your payroll goes down, you're seeing more on your bottom line. As I mentioned before, our nationwide average is 14 minutes, and that is from the time an order is placed to when a driver arrives to get your part. What we did here is we analyzed tens of millions of deliveries from one of our largest partners, and we analyzed them before they started using Lyft. And based on their own level of service, they determined that 38% of the rides done by their internal drivers were late. 27% of their rides were over 50 minutes late. The Lyft average ETA is currently 14 minutes. And what our next slide will show is how you can improve your ETAs and increase sales. So by using the Lyft network to supplement your internal network or to deliver parts, 60% of our partners' orders were delivered on time using internal drivers. So by using the Lyft network, they can increase that on-time rate to over 90%. So we're eliminating deadhead trips altogether. Over 35% of rides took 60 minutes or longer. Relying on Lyft Delivery for longer deliveries eliminates deadhead time. Do not pay drivers to sit in a vehicle, to sit in traffic. If you have a long delivery, you also have to pay that person to come back. Use Lyft for those deliveries and refocus your driver hours to times of high volume where you need more drivers. By using Lyft just for late deliveries that I highlighted earlier, we've increased our partners' revenue by at least 5%. By delivering more parts on time, you're getting more sales. And I think increasing by a modest 5% showed this partner a $3 million increase in just 6 months. We took 6 months of data and analyzed it. And by applying Lyft to just the late deliveries, you can really increase your bottom line and the total revenue coming in to your dealership or store. So there's two different options that you can do with Lyft Delivery. There is your standard single delivery or hot shot delivery, which may comprise the majority of your deliveries. But this is an on-demand service. As I mentioned before, a Lyft driver can be at your location for an average of 14 minutes, higher in more populated areas, or lower ETA in more populated areas. But we have a reliable driver supply that you have when you're in a time crunch. You can also request deliveries in advance and reduce your per order delivery cost. And if you want to do several deliveries with one driver, you can give them multiple packages that go to many locations by using our batched or multi-stop deliveries. This is a great feature to reduce costs, increase efficiency when you have deliveries that still need to get out in a timely fashion. But you can have one driver, two deliveries going to a similar location or close to each other. You can use one driver to drop off both packages. You're just paying for that additional mileage and additional time for that ride. You're not paying for any of the pickup costs associated with delivery. So to use Lyft Delivery, many of you use a lot of these platforms. We are already built directly into these platforms. So you can order a Lyft Delivery from Revolution Parts, CDK Global's Hailer, Bring, Ops Tracks, One Rail, Elite Extra, or Solero's RedCap. These programs are up and running. We are delivering thousands of parts daily through all of these platforms. If you're not on any of these platforms, just reach out to us and we'll match you with one of these platforms that best suits your needs. If you're ready to optimize your auto deliveries, get more information about delivery, or have some questions on what I talked about today, I'd love it if you could reach out to me, delivery@lyft.com. Me or a member of my team will get right back to you within 24 hours, or you can visit our site, lyft.com/delivery. It's fairly simple. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. This has been a great time, and I look forward to speaking with you in the future. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out to us at one of the either our website or our email listed here. Again, this has been Michael McFarland, Strategic Account Executive